Your morning, August 9th. You wake up lazy on Saturday. Step into the bathroom. Wash up. Get dressed. Brew your tea. And you start thinking. Making you a very usual breakfast. What if this day felt unusual? If your coffee you will take with me.
Later on, dropping the kid off at school, a quick workout, breakfast, and planning the day ahead. Sounds like a perfect morning routine, right? And it's been my reality for 6 years straight now. After all, something in this life has to stay consistent. Sometimes I get ready quickly and rush out of the door. Other times, when I feel my energy is low, I let myself have a slow start with a meditation or the other practices. To an outsider, it might look boring, but not to me. Because in my head I live in a space station that I built myself with the clear tasks and a proper schedule, and that actually shapes my real life. But it was not always like this. First come the dark times. They come for almost everyone sooner or later. For some it happens on the outside, for others on the inside. For me it hit both at once, and I was not the only one. For a while the world sank into a sticky, terrifying uncertainty. Humans aren't really wired to handle uncertainty for long. You crash and you are completely thrown off track. Right around then I happened to watch the movie Passengers, and I saw my own reality in it. Everyone stuck on their own little ship, physically close but totally isolated. That metaphor turned out not to be a metaphor at all. Earth is our shared spaceship, and we are drifting in this endless, inexplicable universe. So I decided to look at what was happening not just as a fear and losing my bearings, but as an adventure. I got so hooked on this idea that I started watching the best space movies: Tarkovsky, Solaris, Kubrick's Space Odyssey, Interstellar, and The Martian. And I found one core idea that connected them all. Absolute loneliness is something a human being just cannot survive. In this movie, space isn't a destination, it's a way to push a person to their absolute limit, where the old human rules just don't work anymore. And we don't really need space to conquer the universe. We need it to face the limits of our own control and to truly find ourselves. In all of these films, space is a place where a person's usual identity starts to fall apart. And the very first thing you do at your limit, the thing I did, is take control of what you actually can. Your body, your mindset, your routine, because if you keep asking yourself, where are we actually? actually going and how long is this going to last? You will just lose your mind and never make it back.
Сколько мы будем здесь? Целую вечность мы здесь будем.
There is only today, and there are tasks to do. I started pretending I was on my own spaceship and I brought in some visuals. I wanted to look of my physical world to feel at least a bit spacey and futuristic. I called my friend, explained the rules of the game, and we started to playing together. It was amazing. First off, it instantly shifts your mind away from looping thoughts about the scary, unknown future and brings you right into the here and now. It's grounding. And secondly, it brings a creative spark to everything, even the most basic daily chores like cleaning, working out, or cooking.
Who leads a life of danger? To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, another chance he takes, odds are he won't live to see tomorrow.
We started calling living the house Spacewalks. We built a whole cosmic universe with its own rules and cool challenges. Then we invited others, and it wasn't just the two of us playing anymore. Reality changed completely. It became an adventure. You can slow down or speed up. At what age should an earthling stop playing? We think there is no limit. Playing at the root of creativity, and it's what freedom feels like. You might ask, isn't this just running away from reality? But don't people play in real life too? It's just that the rules out, they are harsher and sometimes way harder to follow. And right when you think you have learned to control yourself and your reality, you level up. The rules change again, and the world throws new scary things at you. Or either it kicks you out of your comfort zone completely, but this time even harder. So the question changes. It's no longer can we control ourselves when we are thrown off track, and it becomes what's left of a person when their usual self stops working. Control turns out to be limited. You can be super rational, organized, and strong. You can build space stations, calculate trajectories, or find water on Mars, but some things cannot be fixed by willpower alone.
И все люди вообще. Мы живем не на той планете. Мы инопланетяне, так сказать. Это не метафора. Дело в том, что когда-то, очень давно, люди из далекого мира прилетели на эту планету и остались здесь по воле обстоятельств. А потом родились наши предки. А потом мы. Откуда мы пришли? И где живут такие же люди, как мы. Мне даже кажется иногда, что они думают о нас. Почему нам с детства снится чувство полета, а к старости нам снится, что мы падаем вниз, стремительно падаем? Почему во сне мы разговариваем на языках, нам неизвестных совершенно свободно? Почему мы явственно видим удивительные ландшафты и строения, знакомые нам, но которых мы никогда не видели прежде? Почему? А чувства яркие, горячие, прекрасные, которые мы забываем днем. Вам случалось узнавать людей, которых вы никогда не видели прежде? Узнавать как давних знакомых, по движению, по запаху. Все наши несчастья кратковременны. Дети, наши внуки, наши правнуки, они поймут. Они отбросят все мелкое. Поверьте, они будут любить друг друга.
Все?
Все. Я уверяю вас, все.
And when the world we know disappears, we start rebuilding it, piece by piece, using what's left inside us and what connects us to others. And then, finally, you realize you need someone else. You absolutely have to connect with the people. You realize that absolute loneliness is just impossible. You can't truly know yourself all alone. What's left of a person when everything familiar is taken away? Maybe just having our own consciousness, it's not enough to stay who we are. We need the traces of other minds inside us, because a human being is already made of so many connections, memories, language, and images of other people. Finding someone else does not cure our loneliness. It just makes it bearable. We have not been alone all this time. We just don't know where to look for each other.
Initiate comms. Prepare for takeoff. Support systems check. Safety systems check. All systems go. Ready for liftoff. Countdown T20. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.